Is it on?
It's on!
You killed me.
We want to welcome our guest, Dr. Evil, and Mr. Bigglesworth.
Hey everybody, we're here for our second video. It'll be the first video that you see. This is the business hour where we talk about fantasy football for 5 to 10 minutes. Joining us, special guest, Rodney. He, out of the three of us, is the only one that actually won after week one. Real quick, Jordan and I, we kind of want to go over a couple things that we did last week in the video that we lost just because, we spent an hour and a half doing it.
Endless amounts of research.
Yeah. So
Wasted.
The first thing we were talking about the best draft, in which I believe we narrowed it down between Josh Wojcik and Bill Rudd, which humorously enough, Bill Rudd after week one has the second ranked team, and Wojcik has the 16th ranked team.
Yeah.
So we were half right.
What the fuck do we know?
Yeah, apparently not.
That should have been me.
Yeah,
You weren't even close.
Yeah, you weren't even close. In third place.
Yeah, but
I think Bringing the Chowder had the worst draft.
6 points for Brian Hartwell.
oh man, I kind of
Yeah, I think Bring the Chowder had a pretty bad draft.
I don't even know who that is.
Scott Sherwood.
I don't even know who that
You
is.
don't want to know. So,
I agree.
yes.
He's on it today.
Dynamite drop it.
Dynamite!
Another thing we talked about was the potential steal of the draft. Who did you have there, Jordan?
I had two people, and it's going to be easier to say the second one than the first one, but James Jones, I think, was kind of a steal. Even though he plays on a bad team with a rookie quarterback, I think, Derek Carr could be really, really good, and James Jones has showed himself as a high touchdown-to-catch ratio kind of guy in Green Bay, and he made an excellent catch in this game when they finally allowed Carr to throw the deep ball, so I think he could potentially be a steal. And the other guy was definitely Chris Ivory, taken by Josh Wojcik a couple rounds later than Jones, actually. I love that pick. I love that area. I think it's a hell of a value that late. And it's easier to say that now that he had a ridiculous game this week. So those are my two picks.
Good.
I have to say.
Good. Yeah, I think I was kind of leaning towards the James Jones. I wasn't that high on Ivory, but he ended up doing pretty well this week. So we'll see how it works out. Rodney, what do you think?
How about Terrence West?
Yeah.
Oh man, what'd you do with him?
I got him in a trade.
You got him, right?
I got him in a trade.
Yeah,
He's fantastic. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. And then also bring it around with the reach of the draft. What do you think about that, Jordan?
Well, I think, it's not very often that you draft a defensive player in the 6th round. It's kind of early. Even less often will you draft a rookie defensive player. And, further possibility that you draft a rookie defensive player that's a write-in for the scoreboard. Even worse, he's not a starter, and he's a guy that was sat on the bench. You don't want your 6th round draft pick to be sitting on the bench unless he's injured or suspended. So I'm going to have to go with Prince Shembo in the 6th round. Don't even think he saw a snap.
Yeah, it wasn't on the field at all. It was kind of an odd pick by Tim. Not really sure where he came up with Prince Shembo. On top of that, Shembo was the 7th overall defensive player selected in the draft. So it's definitely early contention. Early contention for
My God, you scared my cat.
So let's move on to
my reach.
to Rodney's reach.
Rodney's reach.
Which one?
Oh man, it's not often that you pick a defensive player in the 6th round. But Justin also picked a defensive player in the 6th round. But it was actually a good pick, so I don't really have a reach at the moment.
It was a good pick. It was a very
But
good pick.
Prince Shambo, yeah, I'm just copying what they said.
At least Ryan Shazier was a decent pick. He had a decent game.
Actually, he did.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's ridiculous.
That's
Yeah.
that's the rookie defense player that you want.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a name like Ryan Brazier.
He holds everything together. But Prince Shambo, he was actually taken in the 7th round.
Seventh round?
round?
I fucked it. He's not a reach. Not a reach.
Yeah.
Not in the 7th round.
Steal of the draft.
Steal of the draft.
Because Justin also took another one in the 7th round. too.
Keep it down off screen.
But that one's
Working
actually a
here.
decent pick,
Good
too.
work in here. You're damn right. It was a decent pick.
So we're talking about who we think's going to finish well this year. I
Make.
think- Yeah.
Like I'm gonna win it all. I got that loss out of the way early to Bill, and then I'm gonna take the league from here on out. I'm not gonna lose anyone.
You're in a tough division. Very, very tough division.
Yeah.
Slimmer. Very cerebral. Very boring. Quiet.
Especially the boring part.
Particularly the boring part. And Bill Rudd always has a good team. 3rd highest scoring team last year. Didn't make the playoffs, but that's in the past.
Yeah. I have to compete with Bill. I think he's going to be my biggest competition moving forward.
Absolutely.
Players? Or
So it's something we do in each video.
Oh, class! Oh, shit, class! But
no, just continue. This is good stuff. Good
this
stuff.
is all.
Is to talk about the teams that we hate this week. Me personally, the team I hate is the San Diego Chargers because having Danny Woodhead, Keenan Allen, and Ladarius Green, I thought for sure that I was going to outscore Bill and beat him last night. Especially going into the game only being down by 10 points. There was no way that I was going to lose. And then they put up a combined 15 points. So, Philip Rivers is a piece of shit. That's the team I hate this week. Rodney, what's the team you hate this week?
I hate Slimmer. Besides for looking like Phil Simms, he took Josh Gordon after I dropped him, and now Josh Gordon might play.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad move on your part. Rodney.
Yeah, it's
Tough
fucking
call.
bullshit.
Yeah. Especially to draft. To
Draft him was risking.
to drop him.
In the 13th round.
Oh.
Yeah, but he got suspended for the season, so I was like, okay.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
And then, so
What-
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Oh, team that I hate. My own fucking team.
I agree.
There is nothing worse in fantasy football than a loss, unless you tie. Oh my God, I hate ties. How does it happen in a league where you get decimal points, for God's sakes? 250.50 to 250.50, me versus Andrew. I hate my team. I love the Chargers, by the way, because they're the only reason I tied. He had Phillip Rivers playing. With one more completion or one less fumble, I would have lost that game. I also
But
kind
that
of
would
hate...
have been better, though.
What?
Yeah,
loss.
losing would have been better than the tie.
Yeah, you're right.
You almost would have rather.
See,
yeah.
this is why I hate my team.
What a conundrum.
Because I run it. I hate myself. No, but it's just I hate my team. Hate Andrew's team. Because we tied.
Maybe you get lucky and they'll have a stat correction tomorrow.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Calais Campbell wore someone else's jersey, because for being a pretty high-scoring defensive lineman last year, he was strangely absent from the game or statistics in general.
Yeah,
Too busy
very, very
flicking his
frustrating.
bean.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yep.
it was. This is a lot less fluid.
Way less.
This is a lot less fluid than
You
last
go in the hall.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Okay. Yeah, and that's our business hour show for the week. I hope you enjoyed it.
Now
This is
for
the
next-
premium shit, Slim.
This is
The premium shit.
Now, so for the next 45 minutes, what do we do?
Oh yeah. Well, Jumanji. So, man, we had this all planned out a lot better last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
oh,
few
come on,
there's
come
a
on.
few wrenches in this.
Wild card, bitches!